Hey guys, for this video we're going to take a look at this Black & Decker Workmate 125 portable work center and vise. Gotta get it unboxed, all put together, and then we'll take a look at the finished product and see what we think about it. Here's what's in the box. The legs come already connected at their pivot point right there, and the top bracket is already connected, and you can see they're labeled R and L. Then, of course, we have the instructions here. We have two wood top pieces. We have our little brackets. That's upside down, but you understand. That are these support guys right there. We have two threaded rods. That'll be for adjusting the clamping portion. We got four of these plastic guys that I'm not real sure what they're for just yet. We have a bag of plastic pieces, has our swivel pegs in there, looks like some end caps or something. We'll find out more as we go. 3 bags of hardware. You have 2 carriage bolts. You have 4 hex bolts in this guy, and a bag full of bolts that have Phillips heads on them, so we know for sure we'll need at least some hex socket and a Phillips screwdriver. Then also don't lose this guy, it just has 2 little roll pins in it, so don't lose that. Let's move on to step 1. For the first step, we're going to be playing with the legs, and we're attaching the pivoting leg to the side that already has the little slotted bracket on it. So you're putting that carriage bolt in that was in that 2-pack, and you slide it up from the back. Oops, see the head of the carriage bolt there on the back side. And then after the carriage bolt, there's a little plastic spacer that's right there. And then this guy, and then the threaded guy there. So anywhere along the channel, putting our carriage bolt in, putting our spacer on, letting this guy come in through the hole, and a little nut guy here. We're going to put on these bottom support panels. There's 2 bolts on either side. There's a panel in back. There's a panel in front. They use the Phillips bolts with the hex nuts. These nuts are a 10 millimeter. There's no washer, lock nut, none of that. Just bolt and nut. Now the panel that doesn't say Black & Decker on it goes to the back. You can tell what's the back is this part of the bracket here is the front. So the Black & Decker one will go up here, lining up these holes, and the one that doesn't say Black & Decker goes to the back. Also make sure these knobs are on the outside. I know I'm not the sharpest book on the shelf, but I don't think these make sense. So we put these lower supports on, right? So then we go to the next page. It says, place front slide blocks H. H is these guys. Place front slide blocks onto the leg assemblies L and R as shown. As shown. Where? Where is that being shown? Where are those little blocks? And where is that shown? Am I missing where that's shown? Is that what this is way over here? Is that what this is? Because I'm not seeing it here. This looks like something different. It says place vise jaw X, V groove facing towards clamp edge over the 2 slide block H. Insert 2 self-threading hex bolts through the recessed holes in the jaw, tightening securely with nut driver. Does the picture look like that at all? Does it look like any of that? I think it's that. Push on snap knobs, handles, arms. We're going to go it alone. Forget those. So this is what I'm doing instead. I got the threaded rod guy, and this is going to go up through here like so, correct? So the little handles, you got to put them together yourself. There's this portion here, and then there is this knob that just pushes on the front. You just push it. It takes a little pushing, but you got to push it. right? And then our little roll pins that we have, they go through the end of our threaded guy right here and through that guy right there. So when it's put together, it looks a little something like that. So I'm going to do the same thing to this side now. Now we're going to put on the back wood piece here. You can see I already have the side on the left started. What you need is this black plastic piece that looks like this, and this sleeve or collar or whatever you want to call it is going to come up underneath the bottom and through this hole here. So you're just going to kind of throw it underneath like so, and then one of the hex bolts is going to come down from the top through that black plastic piece and then into here, and there's threads inside this piece right here. So it'll look something like this, with this guy coming up the bottom. Obviously I got to get it lined up a little bit. So let's get this guy started like so. They do give us this little double-sided socket deal. It's hex on both sides. So we can tighten this guy down. Now we need to attach our other wood piece. You'll notice the way it goes, there's these little grooves cut in there, and they will face each other. So there's a groove right inside here, there's this groove here. So that's how you know where it goes. To attach this, we're going to use our other black plastic pieces. You can see the big fat collar there goes through this hole right here. And then our bolt's going to go through the other side, and you can see I already have this threaded in. This hole here is threaded, and it goes through the same recessed portion on this guy, so this will sit. So this guy will sit like so. It seats itself in that hole, and then this guy's going to lay right on top. And we'll be able to thread our bolt into that hole from here. And then we can tighten this side down as well. If we turn it upside down real quick, there are 4 of these little feet that slide on the bottom. So for each foot, just slide that guy on so it doesn't scratch up whatever floor you're on. There it is, all put together. Last thing we threw on were these 4 little swivel pegs to help hold your pieces in place as you position this thing all around. You know, it really started coming together well when we tossed the instructions. And really, that's kind of how life in general works. But now, look at all this we can do. We can open it up, keep it nice and even, use it as a clamp right in here, or maybe we got something goofy size, so we want to go kick it way out on this side. Want to bring this side way back in. I mean, we got the options here. Move it all over the place. Anything we want to do. Look at it go. Look at it go. Runs nice and smooth. Probably wouldn't hurt nothing to add a little grease on that thread there. Look at it go. Look at this go. This is like a workout too. You can come all the way down to clamp it. And then the whole thing folds. We can loosen these little guys on the end right here. Got one over here. And one way over here. And then watch this whole thing just fold right up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa, and then look at that. Boom. Legs fold in. Top folds down. Boom. Takes up no space. Here, let's show the other side. Look at that. Nice little folding work center. Before we get out of Dodge, let's get a few rough measurements here. So floor to your work surface is about 29 and a half, 29 and 3/4 inches there. Length here, 2 feet. Going this way, we're at 9 inches. And if we open this guy all the way up, that gives us a gap in our clamp here of 4 3/4, and overall just under 14 inches right there. So there it is, the Black & Decker Workmate 125. Time to get to work. Thanks for watching.